Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Hi viewers, Abdurrahim Khan from Free IT Education. I hope you are enjoying my lectures about Python programming and you are following my instructions. And I'm trying my level best to make it easier for you so you can follow my instruction. And we have got a very great environment of w3schools.com where I'm just giving you a step-by-step instruction and you can follow my instruction and you can do these exercises along with me. So without any further delay, we're going to cover today and we're going to talk about tuples. In the last lecture, we talked about list. So this is a new lecture about Python programming about tuples. Okay. So without any further delay. Okay. So tuples, the only difference, the difference between tuples and a list is a collection as same as list, and it is ordered, but it is unchangeable. Like you cannot change it. And another difference you would see that the tuple is created with the help of the round bracket instead of this square bracket, which we have used it for the list. So this is one difference. You can see that, and the rest of the elements are same, and we're just printing it out a tuple as the same way. Okay, so that's how we say this is a tuple, and then we assigned the values, the items to that tuples, and then we have printed it out. Okay, so if I want to access a particular element of the tuples, so here we are accessing the second element, which is banana. If you want to interested in to access the first element, so that's how you can access it, the first element, which is apple. Okay, so similar as of list, as we have accessed it with the square bracket there. Okay, a similar fashion, you can use a negative index, which is accessing it from the back. So here we can access the second index, and if you are interested to do it -2, so it will be -1, that will be -2, and then you should be able to access it banana there. Okay, and then sometime we have a requirement where we have created a tuples and we want to read it from a particular index. So here we are interested in to start from index 2, which is 0, 1, 2, which is this one here, and then we are going to say that go till index 5, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the 5 will not be included as we discussed in the last lecture of the list. If you have not seen the last lecture, we have discussed that in detail. So this is like accessing the range of items within the tuples. Okay, so starting index and then followed by colon and the end index. Okay, so the next one is if you are interested in to access it with the negative one, so you're just saying that pick it up from -4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just saying go to 1, which is basically -1 here. Basically is -1 is here, but it will be not including that, it will be 1 before to that. Okay, viewers, as we said that once you have created a tuples is unchangeable. I'm emphasizing this, and it is immutable is another word, which is the same word mean unchangeable, but there is a workaround. Okay, so here we got a tuple, which is apple, banana, and cherry, and what we are interested in, we want to replace the banana with a kiwi. So the trick is, so first you convert, so you got this tuple, so you convert, we learned this list constructor in the previous lecture, and so you pick it up the tuple and you convert this tuple into list and you assign it to y. Now y is basically a list, and once you got the list is changeable, so you can say now that I want to change the second element of that list to kiwi, and then what you're going to do, you're going to convert back this list, which is y here, and with the help of this constructor tuple, and you assign it back to x, and it will once, and if you print it back, and it will say that it is no more banana, but it is kiwi. Okay, so if just for your understanding, let's say we printed that, so it will be apple, banana, and cherry, and then with the help of this, we have done a workaround of adding replacing the second element of the tuple by means of list, and then you can see that it will print it apple, kiwi, and cherry. Okay, so this is the way we can change the element. If you want to loop through the tuples, is the same way as we did in the list. So instead of you saying in the last lecture, we said this list, this is tuple, and we're saying for x in this, what we're saying that loop through, go one item at a time. So this list, this tuple, so which is all these three elements, give one value to x, print it, and then it will loop through the next element, which will go to the next index and then to the last index. Okay, and so this is with the help of the loop, we can print it out all the element of the tuple. The next thing we're going to learn about, we're going to see whether particular text or string exists within that tuple. With the help of this, we learn it in keyword. We are saying if apple in this tuple, then say yes, apple is in the fruit tuple. So, and if we say cherry, so this will we learn in the previous lecture. If you have not seen this, so just go back into that lecture. This will basically create a true and false logic. So if the condition is true, it will go through into that, otherwise it won't. So yeah, so cherry is in this tuple, but we're going to change this text into yes, cherry is in the fruit list, and then you would see that yes, the condition is true, and it will print that. Okay, so that is to check an item if it exists. The next one, if you are interested to see how many items into that tuple, so you can make a use of the len, which we used it into the last lecture in the list. And if you say, if I want to add let's say pineapple, so we have extended, we have add one more item, so the length of the tuple will increase, and it should print number 4 there, which is here. Okay, so if you are interested to change it, the tuple, so it will raise an error because it is unchangeable. This is, I'm emphasizing, unchangeable. Another word you will see is called immutable. Okay, so, and when you try, so here is a tuple, and I'm saying that I want to change the element number 3 to orange, so like adding an element to the orange, this will raise an error. You cannot change it. Okay, so you can, there is a workaround, you can do it, which we have done it in the previous by changing tuple into the list and adding item into the list, and then assigning that list and converting into tuple. Okay, okay, so if you are interested to create a tuple with one item, there is a trick here. So if you want to create it a tuple with one element, so you need to type it, the element that you want to type in, and then you followed by the comma there. And if you print the type, so we have covered this function in my previous lecture, you can go back and refer that, and it will tell you what is the type of that, and you see that it is showing that is tuple. But if you put it into like a round bracket and not putting in a comma, so this is basically not a tuple, this is a string. Okay, so this is very important thing for you to see. Okay, so the next thing is, in the previous so del keyword can be used, which is going to delete the tuple, and when if you want to print it, so this will raise an error because the tuple no longer exists, we have deleted. So del is the keyword which we can delete the tuple. If you want to join two tuples, So as we have done in the case of the list, the same way we recall the name of the tuples, and it will basically join two tuples and it will append the value 1, 2, 3 and, at the end of the first tuple, and it will create tuple 3. Okay. And in the same way, we can make a use of the keyword called tuple. This is a constructor, and with the round bracket, we can basically create a tuple. Okay, and then if you want to interested in to print the type of this tuple, so it should print you that it is of type tuple. Okay, as you can see that here. Viewers, make sure you do these exercises. This will really help you and enforce your learning. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. In this lecture, we have covered tuples in Python, and we have covered most aspects of the tuple. We are building fundamentals about Python programming. So as we cover most of the Python programming, then we will write a proper code, and I will try to demonstrate whatever you have learned into a practical program. Please share this video with your friend, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. Abdurrahim Khan from Free IT Education. Bye for now.